7 luxury items you will regret buying. This is a really interesting article that I found on yahoofinance.com. And so Yahoo is trying to tell us, and it's like millions of viewers watching, like educating the consumers. And I'm like, really, girl? Okay, let's see what Yahoo has to say about like the luxury items. And I was reading the article and I was thinking to myself, okay, so I'm gonna regret this. Luxury items, and wait till you see, wait till you hear what some of these luxury items are. First, subscribe to my channel here on the tubes. Push the join button next to the subscription button. Become a member today and get access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon, superdacob, all spelled together there as well for extra perks. Thank you to my members and patrons who have already pledged. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. I live stream every Saturday and in the middle of the week as well. So join me in the live chats. Hi, Bunker Chat. The first item that Yahoo Finance lists is... are you ready for this? We're going to start with a banger. The first luxury item that Yahoo Finance tells us we will regret buying, luxury handbags, whether it be a Chanel double flap, whether it be a Speedy, whether it be a Pochette Accessoires from Louis, whether it be a Lady Dior from Dior, whether it be a Prada satin, a Gucci Dionysus, whether it be a Givenchy Antigona, not Antigona, darling, Antigona, whichever. They say that they're gonna get devalued. None of them have any resale value, and they also say they said that the resale odds are very slim. To break even on the bag, like to get the money back that you spent on it. Now, everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. But they say that some people will throw tens of thousands of dollars on designer handbags for the name alone and not care one bit about the bag. They at least say some people, and some people might, but a lot of people really love these bags for other reasons than just showing off that they have them. But if you're looking for long-term value and the ability to make a profit on the item later by reselling a luxury designer handbag, probably is a reckless buy. I always say don't buy designer bags or designer goods because you want to invest. I don't see these as investments money-wise. I mean, they're investments in your happiness, in your joy. They make your life more fun, colorful, playful. For that reason, I say go for it. By the way, just a side note, I much more prefer the Pochette Accessoires to the Fendi Baguette. Yes, I said it. Yes, I said it. It is the baguette shape, but it doesn't have the flap. It has a zipper. This to me is much better than the Fendi baguette. This is kind of for me the OG baguette, even though the Fendi is the OG baguette. But anyway, we digress. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Do we prefer the Fendi baguette or the Pochette Accessoires? Fendi's, really. Anyway, Miss Jelly in the chat. Yahoo Finance, sit down. Take several sits. Exactly. Now listen, you guys, it gets worse. But the next one, the next luxury they say you will regret buying. And I do agree with this one, but anyway, listen. Unethically mined fine jewelry. Okay. So, Jacqueline, thank you so much for the tip.
Jacqueline donated de $20. New to your live stream and I absolutely love them. Sending love from Atlanta.
Thank you so much, Papa Cherry, sweetie. And listen, you just sent that tip just in time for the unethically mined fine jewelry. Yes, Yahoo Finance is telling us, don't get those blood diamonds, honey. It's not painting a pretty picture. And I'm like, okay. And then they're like, yeah, get the jewelry and the diamonds and, only from brands that are sustainably sourced and ethically sourced. And I'm like, why don't you just call a spade, Yahoo Finance? I mean, why not just say, De Beers, the De Beers family created this whole mythological fake desirability around diamonds to begin with. They're not that rare, first of all. It's all this brand washing of brand marketing that has turned diamonds into something covetable and expensive when in reality, it's not. So interesting to me how it just kind of went into that territory where we all dream about diamonds nowadays. And also, why don't you talk about that and focus on the point that diamonds, there would not be blood diamonds if people wouldn't be rushing to get them so much, and if brands wouldn't be hyping the prices of all of them as if they were really that rare. And especially nowadays when we can get lab-grown diamonds for the fraction of the cost and also more ethically, it kind of defeats the purpose of having a really expensive diamond that has been mined somewhere in Africa, when you can virtually not distinguish the difference between the lab-grown diamond and the source diamond. Now, Yahoo does mention this about lab-grown diamonds. There are some businesses that are using lab-grown diamonds now, but the problem with those is that they aren't rare. So they don't really carry the same kind of value compared to a gem mined from the earth. I beg to differ. Why do I beg to differ? Because the real diamonds that are unearthed from the earth, they're also not rare. Anywhere, in any jewelry you go, everywhere you go, there's diamonds. There's no shortage in diamonds. So I beg to differ. It's not like lab-grown diamonds are easy, whatever. Anybody can have them. Anybody can have the regular diamond too. It's like, bottom line. What are we talking about here? We should raise awareness about the fact that it's all artificially, at least the lab-grown diamonds are more honest, because the actual hype around the unearthed diamonds is also artificial. The hype is artificial. So why not just accept it, embrace it, and accept the fact that lab-grown diamonds are great? Walmart has cheap diamonds, I've been told. So anyway, the next thing Yahoo Finance is telling us, you will regret buying this luxury. Guess what it is? Luxury home decor. Yes, honey boo boo cha. They're telling us luxury home decor. You can buy in luxury places a lamp for $1,000, a doormat for $320. Home decor items can be very expensive. Unless you're a passionate collector or have a sizable budget, it's not worth spending so much money on home decor, said Brian Meggs, the founder of My Millennial Guide. Instead, consider purchasing affordable and stylish home decor items from stores like IKEA or H&M Home. They're recommending us to buy stuff from IKEA or H&M Home. H&M, Talk about, didn't you just say we shouldn't be buying diamonds that are not ethically sourced? I see. So you're telling us that the diamonds should not be ethically sourced, but it's okay to buy from H&M Home, where there's very little ethics involved, allegedly, in H&M and how they pay their workers or not pay their workers. So how come you should buy home decor from H&M Home, but you have to be very careful that your diamonds are ethically sourced? How to make that make sense, first of all. Second of all, why not say the biggest and best thing of all? If you're hunting for home decor and you're in love with one particular designer, I love, for example, Werner Panton. He's my favorite furniture designer. I buy his stuff secondhand. Of course, the man is no longer alive, so obviously it's not like he can keep designing stuff. I love hunting down vintage furniture. I love it because somebody doesn't need it anymore, and I love it. I'll buy it. It's very sustainable because that furniture doesn't become junk. Somebody doesn't need it anymore. I buy it. I start using it. Why not mention that for luxury home decor? You know what I mean? And then some of us are just on a journey towards a Birkin or a Kelly. Yes, that luxury bag you told us in point one we should not be buying. Well, guess what, honey boo boo? In some countries, you gotta buy the home decor from Hermes in order to be offered a Birkin one day or a Kelly. So some of us need to buy that home decor. Okay? Not me, but some of us do. So we'll go. Let's just put it there. Right? You guys, but it gets really funny because it gets really funny. The next one on their list of Yahoo Finance is telling us that we are going to regret buying this category. High-end vacuum cleaners, honey. Yes, you've heard it. Yahoo Finance is telling us to not buy high-end vacuum cleaners. Companies such as Dyson sell vacuum cleaners for as much as $1,000. These are typically very well-reviewed products. But Gretchen Boyd, president at New York City House Cleaners, now, the president of New York City House Cleaners has spoken. Gretchen is telling us or suggesting they aren't worth the hefty price tag and can be headaches to maintain. While these may have more features and modern designs, they are not necessarily better at cleaning. Boyd said, a basic vacuum cleaner can do the job just fine, and you can save a lot of money in the process. Additionally, most luxury vacuums require more maintenance than the basic models, meaning you'll have to spend more time and money on repairs and upkeep. Now, I agree that they require more upkeep. I can tell you from personal experience, I have a Dyson hair dryer or air blower, the curler. It messed my hair epically. It broke a lot of my hair. And also, it's iffy. It's iffy. You got to be very careful how you use it. It can be iffy. I agree. It's not the best of designs. It's a little bit like a overly bred dog that has been bred for, several generations. And now it's at a point where they can't breathe through their nose anymore. The paws are too short, all that stuff, all the diseases they get. So the Dyson feels a little bit like a pug to me, or a Frenchie, if you IYK. But still, they look cute, They got their issues. They look cute. We're forgetting something here, Yahoo Finance. You're forgetting that some people just like to have these little special designs hanging around. They're appealing to the eye. Sometimes the eye wants its part. Is it useful? No, for the most part not. But some people love it. But I agree with you that they are really high maintenance and you do end up spending a lot of money. The next thing that Yahoo Finance is telling us you will regret buying: luxury pool tables. Of course, because let's be honest here, you guys, we all dream of luxury pool tables. We want pool tables. We all want them. And so Yahoo Finance is telling us, no. And their reasoning is, pool tables typically cost thousands of dollars. While they're cool looking and great if you're a pool shark, they can be regrettable buys. Bruce Moore, financial advisor at Fair Credit, says, I have one. Although I technically inherited it from the previous owners of my home, who, by the way, inherited it from their previous owners before them, in my mind, I'm running a pool hall and hustling people out of thousands of dollars like the movies. But in reality, 99.9% of the time, I'm trying to keep my kids from throwing the pool balls at each other's head. Simply put, no one takes them when they move for a reason. Okay. So I want to say, if you have that budget to purchase that home that has its own pool table in it, then you got a budget. And if the people who lived in that home moved out to a better place and they don't even care to leave the pool table, it's because they got a budget too, probably. So, you need a lot of space for a pool table. If you have that amount of space for a pool table, you probably have a big home. And if you have a big home, you probably have a big budget, so you don't care. It's not like you know what I mean? Like Yahoo Finance is telling the normal person who lives in an apartment, guys, here's a great tip. Don't get a pool table, which will occupy half the size of your apartment. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yahoo Finance giving the best tips. We all needed to hear this today. Living. The next one, and this one I gotta say, this is a really good tip. They're telling us ultra high-end luggage. Yahoo Finance is telling us, don't get that ultra high-end luxury luggage. Remova, we're looking at ya. Fendi, again, looking at ya. Dior luggage with Remova, looking at ya. I totally agree on this one. Especially if you're flying a lot. Even if you're flying in business, you're not always guaranteed that you can take your little carry-on, cutesy Remova, Dior, transparent suitcase, or was that off-white with Remova? I don't know. On board, they might still say, sorry, for security reasons, blah, 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 blah. You got to give us the luggage at the entrance of the plane and we'll give it to you after we land. We got to put it under the plane. Things can go very terribly wrong. I am not a fan of luxury luggage in general, just because it breaks. If you cannot take it on board with you, it ain't worth it, because they will damage it eventually. So I completely agree here. There's not much to say. It's very clear. I think the chat agrees. Right? Is anybody in the chat saying, no, the best idea ever would be to invest $3,000 in a luxury suitcase? Oh, yeah. Or somebody can even steal it. Kev says, don't get luxury luggage unless you fly private. There you go. Bottom line. Kev said it perfectly. If you fly private, take your luxury luggage. But if you fly in any sort of commercial, don't. VLTN says, what about Louis Vuitton luggage? No. Listen, I have a Louis Vuitton Keepall 50. That's the size for cabin. And I squish it. It's not a hard suitcase. I can recommend that. I love my Keepall. I call it Tabitha. It's a Keepall 50. And they can never tell me to not take it on board. Listen, I would rather throw everything that I have in that bag out of the bag. If they tell me, oh, the bag can't go with you, I'm like, okay, honey, let me tell you, I would just take everything out of the bag, and the bag is foldable because it's a soft canvas bag. I would fold it in a little thing, and I would attach it to my chest and be like, no, it's my jacket. Sorry. Plus, I'm a video producer. I travel with a lot of, I'm a video producer, you guys. I travel with a lot of camera equipment, and I travel with a lot of batteries for cameras. They're not allowed to put the lithium batteries under the plane. So I just tell them, sorry, my bag is full with lithium batteries. You know the drill. That means I have to take that bag with me on board. It cannot go under. Little tip from me to you. Yahoo Finance, why don't you say that in your article? You're welcome. Now, the next thing, so that was ultra high-end luggage, right? And the seventh and last thing, y'all, are you ready for this? This is the one to beat all of them. Number 7. Any guesses? You'll never guess. Number 7 is literally, I could not believe my eyes when I read number 7. And mind you, the article is called, what's the article called? 7 luxury items you will regret buying. Okay? Emphasis on items. Items are inanimate objects. They're not alive. They're products, okay? 7 luxury items you will regret buying means 7 inanimate, non-living things, products that you will regret buying. Well, Yahoo Finance puts, Kev says luxury houses, luxury car because of the depreciation, says Sweet Things. Perfume, says Tina. Makeup, says Corey. No, you guys. Nobody can guess because this is insane. The luxury item that they're telling you not to buy because you will regret buying it is, believe it or not, I have to read this again. I can't believe my eyes. A purebred dog. I'm done. We done. We done. A purebred dog. Some purebred dogs, like the Portuguese water dog and the Afghan hound, cost thousands of dollars. Should you really spend so much money on a pet when there are so many perfect candidates and shelters for practically spare change in comparison? Don't buy a purebred dog, says William Savy, a retirement consultant who bought one for $1,000. The local Humane Society has many animals that need a loving home for just the cost of vaccinations. I wouldn't give Bella up, but I would have been just as happy with a second-hand dog. Now, a second-hand dog. Yes, he said that. Quote, end quote. I would have been just as happy with a second-hand dog. Now, I get it. Yes, there are a lot of kennels and there's a lot of doggies out there and puppies that are up for adoption. Yes, I totally get it and I agree with this. But you can't throw shade at people if they want a purebred dog. Yes, a lot of purebred dogs have a lot of health issues. There's also purebred dogs that don't come with a lot of health issues. You can also do your research. You can also understand, what dog is best suited also for you. Because, like I said, Yahoo, dogs are not items. Dogs are not luxury items. Dogs are living creatures. So, if you're going to get a dog that can be happy living in an environment where you live in. Don't get a dog that needs a lot of open air if you live in a tiny apartment. Don't do that to the poor dog. You know what I mean? Like, if you really want to live with a dog and you want a specific type of dog for whatever reason, a dog is not an item. Like, for example, some people have a lot of allergies. If you really love a dog, but you have a lot of you're allergic to a lot of fur, skin, dust mites of certain animals, spit, saliva from certain animals. There's research you can do. Like, for example, I'm allergic to a lot of to dog hairs, cat hair, and stuff like that. But I'm not allergic to poodles, right? And poodles have a very specific type of fur or hair. And they are kind of anti-allergen type of, like, very close to human type of skin and hair. So poodles, for example, are very good to have if you really want a dog but you're allergic. A poodle is really good for allergy or against allergies, for example. So, you know what I mean? Like, there's instances where you have to consider that maybe a purebred dog has its pros as well. And Yahoo, just to be very clear, a dog is not an item. It's a living creature. Having said all that, if you have no allergy issues, if you have absolutely no problems with health, and you really want to save a puppy from the kennel, I'm all for it. Go adopt a puppy that's already, or a dog, an older dog as well. They need the love as well, obviously. If you're all about giving love to an animal, of course, adopt an animal. But if you're into buying a purebred dog for whatever reason it's a valid reason for you, and it doesn't hurt the dog to live with you, then do that. But I would never say that a dog is an item. Val is like, secondhand dog? Cha. Ollie's like, the real has dogs? Blue Bannisters, pre-loved dogs. Yeah. I mean, it's insane. I mean, oh, D. Higabat says bichons are good for allergies too. I'm telling you guys. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below about these 7 points from Yahoo Finance. Thank you, Yahoo Finance, for this very, very funny excursion into 7 luxury items you will regret buying. Subscribe and thumb up the video.